Hey, we're live on YouTube, by the way. Hi.
Hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. There's Nick, and there's Linda, and there's Hannah in our newsroom, and there's Stormy's picture. Stormy must be away. So Danica has our lead story tonight. A lot of people are talking about the sex offender issue in Milwaukee. Milwaukee just passed an ordinance that basically keeps sex offenders from living within 2,000 feet of facilities with children. So some people are saying that moves them out of city limits. Anyway, we got to go.
Tonight at 10, putting more pressure on Russia as the U.S. announces even more sanctions against the country. Plus, Milwaukee could be the next city to further restrict where sex offenders can live. But could it work in our area? But first tonight,
it's a good feeling that it's moving forward.
With the top location picked, a Madison Public Market is a step closer to reality. And then there were three. Good evening, everyone. I'm Michelle Lee. Thanks for joining us. Eric has the night off tonight. A city committee looked at three possible sites for where Madison could see a public market, and now it has made a decision. The night team's Danica Lewis was there during the afternoon's meeting.
And location. We heard it before, we'll hear it. And so still a lot of planning to do yet, even after the location is picked.
To be continued,
yes,
for sure.
Absolutely.
Right. Thanks, Danica.
Sure.
New tonight at 10, a grand opening, years in the making. The Domestic Abuse Intervention Services is opening a new emergency shelter building in Madison. Early election voting is underway across Wisconsin. Now, this is the first election since the legislature put limits on the in-person absentee voting, which now limits when early voting can take place. Absentee voting is allowed 2 weeks before an election and is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. City clerks don't expect long lines for the August primary election. However, November's election for Wisconsin's governor could be packed. Democratic candidate for governor Mary Burke released a new commercial this morning, once again focusing on Governor Walker's promise of 250,000 jobs over 4 years. We have continuing coverage tonight for the trial for the woman accused of kidnapping a baby. Testimony continued today in the Kristen Smith trial as the jury got an emotional glimpse into the 30 hours when Caden Powell disappeared, including a frantic 911 call from the child's mother, who at the time didn't think Smith had stolen Caden.
I called her.
Released sex offenders will have a tougher time finding a place to live in Milwaukee. The city's Common Council voted today to restrict where convicted sex offenders can live, depending on their proximity to schools, daycares, and playgrounds. Mayor Tom Barrett will review the new ordinance before making a final decision. However, he agrees there are too many offenders being released in the city. Community leaders say it's about time this ordinance was passed.
The
new ordinance would prevent sex offenders from living within 2,000 feet of facilities and areas with children. However, Rock County law enforcement and victim recovery programs say exiling sexual offenders outside of the city is not really a solution they think is right for their community. With more than 250 registered sex offenders in the city of Janesville, Deputy Chief Davis says an ordinance like Milwaukee's would push convicts completely out of the community. However, the Republican Representative Joel Clayfish is calling for a similar rule to Milwaukee's for the entire state instead of a patchwork of ordinances. Still to come on News 3 at 10, why the Surgeon General is making an urgent call for everyone to stop tanning. Plus, keeping Madison's waters clean with a different kind of fleet. Those stories and much more when News 3 at 10 returns.
There are still a few showers across southern Wisconsin this evening, but those are falling apart, and it should be dry by early tomorrow morning. Temperatures starting in the middle 50s. We're looking at highs tomorrow in the upper 70s with a chance for some isolated thunder showers in the afternoon. That's your forecast first.
We had a lot of response from that Milwaukee thing. The question was, basically, should sex offenders be forced to live outside of city limits? So people are saying that that will push sex offenders out of city limits, totally. If I'm reading that right. That's how we've been saying it anyway. So my question is, do you think that they should be limited to where they can live?
Well, a lot of times a person will become a sex offender because he's raped or had sex with a 14-year-old. And who knows whether it was consensual or not?
But see, these teenagers that are sexting each other now are being labeled sex offenders because they are passing around sexually explicit material. And once they're old enough to know better, that'll be that. They don't need to be labeled like a scarlet letter for the rest of their lives.
Right.
White shot, stand by.
All right, well, I gotta get out of here, guys.
Yeah, well, one of our coworkers, Jessica Amdahl, she said that it was hailing where she was tonight.
Yep,
you know, just
some
a little
places
bitty hail.
did see it. Yeah, and some places stayed completely dry.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Karen.
You're welcome.
Still to come, time to stock up on pens, markers, and folders. How much you'll have to spend for back-to-school shopping.
You're like the mispronouncer of North Carolina. How would you pronounce Rajala?
Rahala.
Rahala. She says
Right.
Rahala.
Rahala. Rahala.
If it could be Indian and Rajala.
Rajala. Well, I thought it was like Rahala, but it's Ryla.
Ryla? R-A-J-A-L-A. What kind of name is that?
What
That's
kind of
just
name is
weird.
Ryla?
He's Finnish. Finn.
Oh, he's Finnish.
Oh.
He's very
That
stickler on the word
explains it.
sauna. He says sauna instead of sauna.
Oh boy.
Totally European.
I had no idea. No idea.
I don't speak Nordic.
All right, put on a smile.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right.
We'll be right back.
There he is.
Who?
8-pack. Look at there.
Where?
Right there.
I like your stash. What have you been doing?
I'm tired. I get up at 5:30 in the morning.
Why? To work out?
Well, to work. I can't work out now. My foot's broken.
Are you dying?
Yes, I'm dying.
Yeah.
I can only
Well,
work
not
out my
really.
upper body, and I can't do cardio, and I can't do Zumba, and I can't do legs, and it sucks.
Oh my God. Yeah, I would die too if I couldn't do all those things.
Yeah, me too.
I like your sweaty bike pic this morning. That was fantastic about your cycle class.
Well, I had to get like one picture in. If I was exercising, it's only day 2, so I figured, oh, I better get proof that I was at the gym.
Woo!
So.
Picture didn't happen.
You joined a gym?
I go to the Princeton Club, but I just haven't actually gone, so that's my problem.
I'm a member there, too.
We never go. Terrible.
Nick said, you know, I'm not sure that perversion can be rehabilitated. So I said, what if they're not in trouble for sex crimes against kids? And so he says, not sure what should be done. And then Jillian said, I think the definition of sex offender needs to be considered. So we had 10,000 people kind of look at this, and we had quite a few comments on it, but I think it's really split. You know, I mean, I think the whole thing that, from what I'm reading, is that people are saying, you know, not in my backyard. I don't want to live by somebody who might be a sex offender. But then most people are saying it should be like a case-by-case basis. We're going to get off YouTube, though, in the meantime. So good night, everybody on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Night. Bye.
Thanks for watching me take my makeup off.
We loved watching it, Linda.
I got it off.
See ya.